All right, and I believe we are live. Let's see and make sure this gets loaded. And we're live. So everyone out there, thank you for guessing. I don't think anyone got it. As you can see, I am wearing a Mike Bibby Sacramento Kings jersey. So with that being said, I don't think anyone got it. There was no one even close. Only a couple people threw out some guesses. So we're going to withhold that prize for now. However, I'm going to try and keep up with this theme moving forward. So make sure to tune in. I got a lot of throwback jerseys to put on, so there's going to be a lot of chances to win some prizes. So as we jump into Top Shot here, I just want to say throughout this stream, if anyone has any questions or anything like that, just feel free to chime in, and I will make sure to answer them as quickly as possible. Because I know that there's a lot of new people that have been joining in Top Shot. I know it's a little overwhelming at first. When you first get in there's a lot of different stuff to check out. So if you do have any questions, just chime in. Don't be afraid to ask, because this is exactly what the stream is for. So let's first talk about, I have the screen pulled up here on this LeBron James $800 moment, which just about a month and a half ago was trading at about $55 to $70. And obviously we have seen more than a 10x in this price. So talking about prices, let's check out CryptoSlam. Now for people out there, for the uninitiated, CryptoSlam is this place that lets you track the different sales volumes for all of these NFT projects. As you can see, there is a little symbol here, a little logo that indicates what blockchain the project is on. So you know that if it's on Flow, Ethereum, Wax, and right now, I mean, Top Shot is dominating. And the thing about this sales volume is it doesn't even include the volume spent on packs. So when we look at all the money that was spent on packs in the last 24 hours, we're well over $500,000, because I believe there's just under $200,000 spent on the Deck the Halls packs, and then you obviously have people that are buying base packs as well. So we went over $500,000 in volume, probably closer to 600,000, which is crazy. I mean, we were around like a $60,000 volume mark just a couple months ago, just a month ago. And obviously what you're seeing happen here too, if you're not familiar with the NFT space, Ethereum is mooning in price. We'll check it out here. So it's $1,200 for Ethereum, and when you try and do a transaction, if you were to buy and sell one of these NFTs, you encounter what's called a gas fee, and you have to spend money to actually make the transaction go through on Ethereum. However, with Wax and Flow, it's gasless. You don't need to pay any money to make a transaction. That's why you see NBA Topshot with nearly 4,000 transactions. You see these Wax projects with over 200, over 1,200, and then you see the most popular NFT projects on the Ethereum blockchain with less than 100, less than 10, or excuse me, less than 200, less than 10. So obviously that's playing into it. You have SoRare up here with just over 750 transactions on the Ethereum blockchain. SoRare is it's not exactly what NBA Top Shot is. It's a trading card game for soccer or football, depending on where you are in the world. However, there's also like a fantasy sports aspect to it. So you collect these different digital trading cards, and then you compete in fantasy sports like a FanDuel, except you actually own the players. You don't have to go out and acquire them on a weekly basis. So let's dive into Top Shot here. And again, let me know if you have any questions in here regarding any of this stuff, because I know for a lot of people that are new to Top Shot, you're also new to the crypto space. You're also new to the NFT space, which is non-fungible tokens. So NFTs can be anything from digital trading cards to some of the artwork we see. I actually think that one day certifications and diplomas and stuff like that from actual universities will be NFTs on the Ethereum blockchain. So there's lots of cool stuff you can do. Basically, what an NFT is just a digital asset that is kind of something that's representative from the physical world. So right now we're seeing it with trading cards. There's also some different projects that have virtual land, where you can buy parcels of land in like a metaverse as an NFT, digital clothing for your avatars, tons of cool stuff. So anyway, let's dive into Top Shot here and check out what's going on in the marketplace. So you want to go to latest purchases, and this is where you can get the list of everything that's been recently purchased. Let's make sure to update this and check out what's going on. So you can see the trend of what moments people are buying, what players people are buying, how much they're paying for it, who's buying it, all sorts of stuff here. The serial number is most important when you're looking at this stuff. And to be honest, I was coming from, I didn't come from the cardboard world when I found Top Shot. The reason I found Top Shot is just because I'm very involved in the NFT space itself. So, and also being a huge sports fan. I mean, hell, you don't have a Mike Bibby jersey from the Sacramento Kings if you're not a huge sports fan. It was a perfect blend for me between the NFT and crypto space and the sports space. So for me, when I came in, serial numbers weren't a big deal to me. I was just selling serial numbers left and right, like low number serial numbers. I wasn't really caring about them. I didn't realize that there is a huge, huge premium placed on them in the collectibles world, because I wasn't really coming from that background. Even though I collected baseball cards and stuff like that when I was a little kid, it's still just like a different game with the digital stuff, especially in the art world as well. So you get to see what moments people are buying, all the players and stuff like that. And then you can actually click on these players. We'll go to this most recent ones, and you can click the ones that are available on sale. So right from the marketplace sales page, you can get right here and check out some of the different stuff that's going on. You can see lowest price and everything like that, highest price. You can scroll through and find the different ones that are on sale. And you can also click on this edition size, and you can see who owns the moments themselves. So let's say that I wanted to buy, for whatever reason, my favorite number is 5, and I wanted to buy number 5. Well, I can go here, even though it's not on sale, I can find who owns it, and then go into the Top Shot Discord and try and find who the owner is and send them a direct message and try to negotiate a deal. Because unfortunately, there's no bidding aspect to the Top Shot marketplace right now. It's something that a lot of users, including myself, want, but I understand maybe why the team is hesitant to implement it. One, it's not integral to the overall project itself. It can operate without it. It already is. And two, bids can get kind of dicey and scammy, a little bit spammy. I mean, there's a lot of times people will place super low bids on stuff and just hope someone accidentally accepts it. I've seen it in different NFT projects. There's also issues with commas and decimals with bidding functions in a lot of different projects where someone will put a decimal and try and trick someone thinking it's a comma, especially when in some countries they operate under that exact system. So someone, like take this for example, they would be thinking that they're getting, let's say that this bid was placed, but it was a decimal instead of a comma, and that person thinks that they are accepting a $10,000 bid, when in reality it's a $10 bid, because they were duped and whatever system is in place maybe might not recognize that. So I've seen it happen before. Bids can get kind of dicey and really sketchy. So anyway, let's try and figure out which players are the best to buy in the marketplace right now. Because you can see, I mean, let's just go to the most obvious one. Let's go to LeBron. LeBron moments have gone off. I mean, they're going parabolic. I was trying to sell LeBron James MGLE moments for $400, and I couldn't get anyone to buy it like a month and a half ago. Like when we were in the NBA season, right after, you know, in that super, super short NBA season, it's almost criminal that the NBA put these players back on the court after they just played in October. I mean, I'm surprised that, well, I guess we're still early in the season, but I wouldn't be surprised if some of these Heat and Lakers players especially, and hell, even Nuggets players, were suffering like muscle injuries and stuff like that, just because there has to be fatigue on them. I mean, they just played all those playoff games in an environment that their bodies weren't accustomed to, being in the bubble. So quick turnaround, hopefully everyone stays healthy, but it wouldn't surprise me if we see like a lot of calf strains or hamstring pulls and stuff like that from a lot of those guys. So these LeBron moments are crazy. I mean, they're absolutely insane. So we have the cheapest one is $73, which is a Series 1 moment compared to this Series 2 moment. But obviously, one of the main things that you have to be aware of when you're buying and selling these cards is that the number that it says it's out of isn't necessarily what's circulating on the marketplace. Even though it says 4,000 circulating count, that's not the case. There's not 4,000 of these moments on the marketplace right now. So looking at basic supply and demand, what happens is, and you can see minted, 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 this means nobody owns it. When you look at this and it says minted, it means that it's been created, but it hasn't been released in a pack yet. So here we have Dottie owns number 41, however, number 40 and 42 haven't been released yet. They've been created by the Top Shot team, they're on the blockchain. There's 4,000 of these moments that have been minted, and you can expect 4,000 of these moments to be released. And what happens is, when you have 4,000 moments to be released, and right now let's just say that there's like, I don't know, 150 or 300, whatever it is, available on the marketplace, you're going to see prices that don't reflect this moment here. So right now, to me, even though this Series 1 moment is cheaper than this Series 2 moment, personally, I would say that the Series 1 moment is a better buy, because you have almost the full supplies out on the marketplace, if not all of it. We'll click here, and yeah, hidden in pack. So this means hidden in pack versus minted means that this moment has been created on the blockchain, and it's also been released in a pack. So these packs have been purchased from the marketplace already. There's just a function where you don't have to actually open the packs, and people will buy and hold these in hopes that the moments inside of the packs go up in value, making the pack itself more intriguing and a bit more valuable. Because let's see here, perfect example. The number 1 is still out there in a pack. So if you have a pack that's sealed, you have a really good chance of getting people to buy in and almost FOMO in on these packs, because there's still a chance you're going to hit that number 1 LeBron, right? It's still hidden in a pack. So it's a very interesting social experiment almost, where the more that these packs sell, and the more that this number 1 stays sealed. So if someone buys a pack and it gets pulled, well, the value of these packs are going to go down a little bit. But if you get down to like 40 unopened packs and the number 1 is still out there, it's pretty damn pricey. That's going to be a pricey pack, because your chances are pretty darn good of hitting a number 1 if there's only like 40 to 100 packs left. So bringing it back, the CC on the moment is circulating count, and the hidden in pack versus the minted means whether or not it's released into the packs and whether it's been purchased. So going back to my original point, the $73 versus the $75, to me, the Series 1 is a better buy. One, it's like the first ever series that was on Top Shot, which I'm still a bit skeptical if that's going to reign supreme as we move forward. I can see if Top Shot is, still thriving in 5 to 10 years, maybe the Series 1, or I guess let's say 3 to 5 years, the Series 1 might be more sought after. But so far, the trend I've seen on Top Shot is the money flows to the newer stuff. We saw it with the Deck the Halls pack yesterday. We see it with the legendary packs, the finals packs, whenever they come out. The money kind of flows to the newer things. And it wasn't until recently, when there were no packs being released over the holiday season, because the Top Shot or the Dapper team was on kind of a holiday break, that we saw money starting to flow back into the established sets and series, like the Series 1, like the Cosmics, like the Hollows. Typically what happens is, once the challenges are over for that pack and everyone gets the challenge, they dump the moments, and you lose like 60% value on the moments to even up to 80% after that challenge is over. And then it kind of takes a while for new buyers to come in and kind of want those moments. So just be careful when you are purchasing moments here, because the out of 4,000 doesn't necessarily mean that there's 4,000, so you can expect more supply, which obviously would dilute demand, bringing the overall value of the moment down. Maybe only momentarily, however, there's still a chance that you are going to get this moment at a cheaper value, because once they all start getting released, people are going to dump them, right? I mean, I can see this moment trending downwards towards like maybe $50 to $45, whereas this Series 1 moment probably not going to get over, let's just say you probably won't get over 3,100, because That's the other thing when looking at this is CC versus LE. LE means there will never be more of this particular moment ever created. Now, when you look at this, so there will never be more of this moment created. However, when you look at CC, that doesn't mean that that there can't be more. That's just all there is right now. So CC, they can still mint more of this. However, LE, let's click on it. Edition size 750. Hover. I thought if you hovered, I told you. Let's see here. It used to be that if you hovered, it would tell you. Oh, here we go. The total number of this collection that can exist versus, let's go to CC, the number of this collectible currently minted. This number may increase in the future. So you have to be careful when you're buying moments because they can print more of them if it's CC. Now, Series 1 is coming to an end. Hopefully, they'll close them all. I think they mentioned something that they were going to cut them off within the next couple weeks. So hopefully this moment doesn't go over 3,100 moments in total, but we'll have to wait and see on that. So we got the CC and LE stuff out of the way. Again, for the new people in here, I noticed we increased a little bit since I went live. Feel free to ask any questions along the way. I'll get to them as quickly as possible. I know if you're already a very active user, this may be a bit mundane. I know that there's maybe not too much new information here if you've been super active. However, I just want to encourage anyone to pipe up and ask any questions you have, because that's what this stream is for. Anyone in here is going to be more than willing to help you out. The Top Shot community is a very tight-knit community. It's very helpful. There's lots of really awesome people in there. So feel free to ask any questions if you have something to ask that I'm not necessarily covering. All right, so we got CC and LE out of the way. Now let's go to the overall marketplace. And before we start going into like maybe some of the hidden gems and stuff, I want to refer everyone to the website Intangible. Intangible was created by the user Veerman in the Discord, and I think in parentheses he's got Intangible, or maybe vice versa. But you can go to Intangible and check out tons and tons of stuff on here that the Top Shot marketplace doesn't currently include. So we can go to challenges, we can look up all the previous challenges for the Top Shot stuff and all of the different categories. So we can filter it to metallic, and we'll go to metallic gold. In order, it tells you what the challenges were. Click on them, it tells you what players were included. Now, people have been somewhat exploiting this information. I mean, it's public information, it's out there. But a lot of the times the new users aren't keen to it when they first join. So what's been happening with these challenges is we know that there's, after the Kawhi challenge, there's, what is it, we got 3 challenges left for Series 3. We got Cody Zeller, our king, our god, all hail Cody Zeller. And then we got Steph Curry, and then we got Devin Booker. And I believe the Devin Booker challenge is live right now. Let's go check it out. Active challenges right here. Devin Booker challenge is live with 4 days left to complete. And then we have the Run It Back challenge with Manu Ginobili. And then we have the Deck the Hoops challenge. So let's go into here. And for whatever reason, it's showing that I have 0 out of 9 when I click in, but I have 9 of 9. I'll have to ask the Top Shot team about that, because I have, oh, there we go, and it loads. So here's the moments that are included. And now what people do, which is very smart, and it's actually been a bit of a marketplace disruptor, is you can go to Intangible, and we can go to Metallic Gold. Now here is where you can kind of make some money in the marketplace a little bit. You can go to, so all these players here, we have Series 1. So the Metallic Gold packs were broken down in different series or waves. And the Series 1 challenges have already been used. So Markelle Fultz, he was part of the Series 1 Metallic Gold pack. and he was already been used in a challenge. Once a player is used in a challenge, they cannot be used again. So the rewards that we're after right now, the Steph Curry, the Devin Booker, the Cody Zeller, and my goodness, I'm drawing a blank on the last one. I think those might be the only ones left, actually. So we're going to go to 3. Now, what this does, when you type in equals 3, it filters out all of the other moments, and it only shows you moments from series number 3 that haven't been used. So if we just go, let's just search here. So see how there's used, and then we have 3 used, Darius Garland used. I believe he's one of the ones for this challenge right now. Yep, so Darius Garland, he's included in this challenge. Even though the challenge itself hasn't expired, he's already marked as used on Intangible, opposed to, or compared to Drew Holiday here, who hasn't been used. So let's go back to the top, equals 3. All right, so we have, what do we got? About 18 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yep, so we got 17 or 18 left. So we got 2 challenges left. So if you want a Steph Curry challenge, metallic gold edition, you are going to have to collect these moments. So these moments here are the only ones that can be used for Cody Zeller or Steph Curry challenge. Now, we don't know which one of these 18 moments remaining will be used on either challenge, but what we do know is we're guaranteed that they'll be used on one or the other, and there won't be any other moments. So if you want to go after both of the challenges, I would say go after some of these moments, although they are very pricey on the marketplace right now. And this is getting back to my point of how people are exploiting this information, where there's only 299 of these metallic gold cards available right now, and some of them are still closed in packs. So in reality, there might only be like 220 on the marketplace, and out of that 220, maybe like 30 are in inactive wallets, so they're not even on the marketplace, and then maybe another, 40 to 50 are being held by people who just aren't going to sell them. So now you're down to like, maybe 150 moments that can even like be bought by people. So what's happening is, let's just click on CJ McCollum. Now look at the trend in price of CJ McCollum metallic golds. This is the other amazing thing about Intangible. It breaks down the player's individual sales history. So you can look at when it was purchased, for how much, the serial number, everything. It includes everything, the seller, the buyer. So what people are doing is coming in here, and I mean, it's not, what they're doing isn't unethical, it's not wrong. I mean, it's just understanding the marketplace better than other people. I've done this with some of the moments where, Chris Paul, for example, I bought a ton of metallic gold packs, and I just happened to get like 6 to 7 Chris Pauls in like the 19 packs I bought, which amazing luck for myself. But once I have 6 to 7 Chris Pauls, it would make sense to go and buy up a few moments on the floor. I bought like another 3 to push the floor up a little bit on them, with the expectation of reselling them later. I'm not someone who goes out and just buys 50 of the moments so no one else can have them, but there is ways that you can kind of play the game in the marketplace, because everyone else is playing it. So if you want to keep up, if you want to profit off some of your moments, I would make sure to check out Intangible and see who's buying what, and see if there's any kind of creases in the marketplace for you to get in and make some money off these challenges. So here's what's happening is people are buying up. You can see here, I mean, with the exception of some of these higher serial numbers, we're at 29, we're at 28, we're at 30, 33, 33, 42. Now what happens here? Once we turn into December and January, we can go all the way down here, 11, 12, 10, 12, 10. So once we get up here, and we had the metallic gold challenges remaining of Devin Booker, Kawhi Leonard, Steph Curry, or Cody Zeller, all right, CJ McCollum is going to be needed on one of those 4 challenges. You don't know which one. It could be Cody Zeller, but odds are you're going to get him for one of the superstars. So what the buyer does for these moments is they know that people are going to want to complete those challenges. They know that people are going to want Steph Curry. They're going to want Devin Booker and Kawhi. Even Cody Zeller. I mean, Cody Zeller, he's our savior, right? He's our Lord. Ask Arsenic about him. Cody Zeller is the man. There's a little bit of an inside joke there with the original users, but basically Cody Zeller was, he was just someone that was used as a transactional thing for swapping Dapper credits, and it was funny to see Cody Zeller moments go for like $500 on the marketplace. So that's kind of where the joke originated from. But Cody Zeller is our god. We need to get him on one of these marketing calls for Top Shot. So anyway, 18, 17, 18, 19, 19, we get here and we're like, oh, okay. So CJ McCollum, he's only going to be used for one of these 4 remaining rewards, so I want to go after him. So then we start seeing, and I don't want to put anyone on blast here. I don't even know if there is anyone for this particular moment. But you can see people like just buying up tons of his moments because either they have multiple accounts and they want to, go after multiple of the challenge rewards, or they just want to drive the floor up with the expectation of reselling them later for a higher price. Because it's not easy, or it's not difficult to drive the floor up when there's only 299 moments available. And like I said, realistically, there's only like 80 moments of those available on the marketplace at any given time. So, quick drink. So that's one way people have been making money in the marketplace. And it's a gamble, right? It's a risky play because there's no guarantee that people are going to buy these moments at a premium. And in fact, what we're seeing, let's take the Kristaps Porzingis reward, for example. So Kristaps Porzingis, recently, I know he was selling for like 80 bucks. Excuse me. So here we have it, 125, let's click on it. 79, 85, 80, 90, 99, 130. So why would you go out and buy 9 moments that are priced way over market? I'm going to show you one in a second that was just egregious. I mean, I felt bad for people who bought this moment at this price. But anyway, Porzingis is $79.85. I mean, you could have just bought the challenge reward for a lower price. But when you are a part of the challenge reward, it's a randomized. They randomly distribute the challenges. So you have a chance of getting number 1, you have a chance of getting a jersey number 6, or like a top number. So there's a slight incentive. You're almost just buying a lottery ticket. But the player that was egregious, I mean, from the time that I saw it happening, I was like, oh man, this dude is not worth this, was Josh Hart. Josh Hart's metallic gold, look at the sales history. It was like $69, $80. That's the last mint, so we won't include that. A lot of people like the last mint. It's next to like the number 1 and the jersey number. Last mint is kind of the most sought after. But here we have 64, 69. We can even go down here, 45, 50, 50, 53. And this is just a basic number, right? Like that. Like there's nothing special about 158. It's middle of the pack. There's no premium for 158. You can make an argument for one of the top ones, number 54. But let's look here. I bet you there's numbers in the top. Yeah, 45. Number 22, 45 bucks. It's ridiculous. So people bought these moments for the challenge at crazy, crazy high prices. And then what happens? You get the challenge, you get a random number, you don't get number 1, you don't get jersey number. You try to resell your Josh Hart that you might have paid $62 for. It's at $16. Why? Because it's been discarded from the challenge. It doesn't really have an immediate use case for the challenges and stuff like that. Obviously, it still will for Hardcourt when that app comes out. But this is why I want to just encourage new users to tread lightly when you're going after these challenges, because these moments do depreciate quite a bit once they're done with the challenges, especially those middle of the pack players that are metallic gold. You're safe probably buying like Karl Anthony Towns or Russell Westbrook or Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray is someone whose moments went up substantially. I mean, $106, but Jamal Murray is, he's almost a superstar, right? He's a star. He's a superstar for NBA fans, but for the casual fan, Jamal Murray isn't a superstar. Even Jokic. I mean, Jokic isn't a superstar. And if you want to dispute that, just look at the ESPN graphics heading into the playoffs. Whose face was on the graphics for the previews of the games and the commercial? It was Jamal Murray. It wasn't Jokic, even though Jokic might be the better player. he's just not as marketable towards NBA fans. So, do with that as you will. But anyway, Jamal Murray, my point being is that if you're going to go after a Jamal Murray or, a Westbrook or someone like that, don't use the example I just gave for Josh Hart, because these players I expect to hold their value over the long term. $105. I mean, people are always going to want to collect Russell Westbrooks and Jamal Murrays. Nobody's going to want to collect Josh Hart's long term. So when you see stuff like that, just be wary that if it is involved in a challenge, and if you're going after a challenge, you might just be better suited buying the reward on the secondary marketplace than completing the challenge itself. Now, I know there's probably a lot of long-time users in here that are ripping their hairs out that I'm kind of disclosing this, because it hasn't really been a kept secret. A lot of people know about Intangible and stuff, but obviously if you're new to the project and you're jumping in here and you're trying to go after the challenges, you're not really thinking about any of this stuff. So we will move on here. So that's Intangible. Intangible also gives you the estimate of your account. So if you're wondering how much your account costs or is worth, and you don't want to go through and add up all of the moments yourself and go to the marketplace, you can just type in your username. I'm going to slight flex on everyone here. Maybe I won't give you the totals. I won't give you the totals of my account, but you guys can search for it on your own if you really want to. But it gives you the moments you have. It filters for the total market low. So what are these moments worth if I wanted to sell them at the floor at this very moment? And it gives you a detailed look at every single moment you have, how many you have. So I think this is the most I own of a moment. 26 of these Steph Curry assist bases. I mean, it's fantastic. I can't say enough good things about Intangible. I mean, the website's amazing. So that is Intangible. Now let's look at the marketplace and try and find some of these gems. Now, it's becoming, I don't want to say more difficult, but with Series 2 stuff being released, it's a little bit weird, right? Because traditionally, let's look at Jason Tatum. Traditionally, we've only had one Jason Tatum MGLE, right? So it's been easy to assess the value in a sense because there's only one to purchase. Now we have the second one, and there's more to it, right? There's more moments. Thankfully, the team implemented this because it was much needed to increase the MGLE numbers. And 200, less than 50%. It's not that big of a jump, but it's enough that it'll be more difficult to corner the markets when people are trying to collect and achieve the challenges. So hats off to them for increasing the numbers. So Jason Tatum, the sales history is a bit funky, so 59, 55, 50. So it's establishing a floor around that $50 range, right? $45 to $50 seems to be the floor. But we'll see how it trends against the Series 1. Obviously, the Series 1 has less supply, but if I'm a new user and I have a choice to collect, if I want to get a Jason Tatum moment, like, do I care that it's a Series 1? Do I care that it's a lesser supply, or do I only want Jason Tatum? If I only want to have a Jason Tatum MGLE, I'm going to go after the newer, cheaper one. Like, for me, if I was a new user in that school of thought, I wouldn't really be caring about, edition numbers, or if it was the first or whatever. I would probably go off aesthetics, and then I would go off of price. But that's just me. Every collector is different. There's people who go and collect their favorite numbers or their lucky numbers and stuff like that. So everyone's different. But in my opinion, I don't know. I can't say with certain that Series 1 is going to hold up as like the Holy Grail, because, I mean, Jason Tatum might have a better moment for a similar MGLE, and maybe there's like some big game winner or some awesome dunk, and people want to collect that moment more than others. Because hell, if there's a moment of Jason Tatum like yamming on Luka, I'm going to want that moment over like some jump shot against, who is this, Bradley Beal? Here's this Kawhi. Yeah. Oh, so he puts Reggie Bullock on the floor. Who was that? Paul George. So he puts Paul George on the floor. It's a pretty dope moment. I don't know. I'd still take Tatum yamming over Luka than crossing up Paul George. That moment is sick. That's the cool thing about this stuff, is there's like, people will trade moments off of who's in the picture too. So it's cool. I know there's a Reggie Bullock one. Reggie Bullock has his moment. Let's click on his cosmic, and he strips LeBron. So here's LeBron. Reggie Bullock strips him and then takes it in. Like, that's such a cool moment. That's so cool. Reggie Bullock stripping LeBron there and taking it in. That's awesome. So let's get into some of these, I guess, hidden gems, if you want to call them that. Personally, I think the cards that will appreciate the most in the future, regardless of series or anything that happens, are rookie cards. And it says in big bold letters here on the side, rookie. Now, rookie series 1 out of 250 is pretty enticing. The Zion one out of 192 is even more enticing. So I personally think that rookie moments will increase the most in the future. Now, obviously, you have to go through and check, make sure that these rookies haven't been cut, or make sure that their careers haven't been total failures. But I mean, there's a lot of value here, and I don't particularly, I don't really know why more people aren't flooding to these moments. I have a whole set myself, but like Cam Reddish, the Cam Reddish rookie card at $83 is a steal. Like, I'm not sure how he's been performing lately, but like Kendrick Nunn is one of those guys that's like, is he going to get another shot in the NBA, right? Because, you know, he's basically a role player for the Heat after being runner-up in Rookie of the Year voting behind Ja. So it's tough. It's tough to assess. I understand there's a lot of risk involved, but I mean, there's a lot of these guys are kind of underpriced right now. Michael Porter Jr. is one that I think is going to have an amazing career. He's at $299. You know, there's these guys here at the bottom, $23, 108. I mean, but even $23, it's tough to pass up. So Eric Pascal, I mean, Pascal's having awesome minutes this year, isn't he? Pascal's season stats. That's not going to get me in. So he's getting 20 minutes a game. He's averaging like 15 points. He's like, I watched him play a few times the other night, and he's kind of similar to a Draymond Green. You know, he doesn't rebound as well, might not assist as well, but you know, he's playing some solid minutes here. He's racking up some nice points, 14, 10 shots a game. I mean, $50 isn't bad at all. So, all right, where were we? Pascal. All right, so now let's look at what else we got here. Let's check and see if we got any questions. No questions. All right. So, where are we headed to now? Top Shot. All right. So one thing too, I want to make abundantly clear, because it's not really made clear anywhere to anyone, but you cannot withdraw funds right now if you're a new user. If you put funds in, if you upload funds to your Dapper account, there's no way to get them out unless you like do kind of a sketchy off-market deal between someone, and you kind of sell them for ETH via an inflated number on a moment. That's kind of what I was mentioning about Cody Zeller earlier, but just make sure that if you're uploading funds to Top Shot, do it knowingly that you're not going to be able to withdraw them for, let's just say, the foreseeable future. Because back in August, they had said 4 to 6 weeks, and then that didn't include everyone. I had been involved in Top Shot since August 3rd, I believe, and I did not get withdrawal access until like just around Christmas of December. Yeah, it was about halfway through December. I just got withdrawal access, so took like just over 4 months, almost 5 months to get that access, which obviously they're a lot further ahead now. I think everyone will have withdrawal access probably within the next 4 to 6 weeks, but obviously that date has already been mentioned and missed. But you know, we'll see. But just do it knowingly, right? Don't put in more that you can't afford, just like any other investment. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to the sponsor of this video, which is Aavegotchi. Aavegotchi is an NFT platform. You can join their Discord here. We'll have to post it in the chat history, or in the YouTube description history. So make sure to join their Discord and check them out on Twitter as well. And make sure you shoot me a follow on Twitter. I post a lot of stuff about NFT related. Here we go. No, this is something different. So here I had the post that, is this volume sustainable? Is it too late to get involved? And I think it is sustainable, and I don't think it's too late to get involved. But we had a lot of volume going on right now, and anytime you get this parabolic movement, it does become a little bit dicey. It's tough to say for sure if stuff's going to continue, but I do think that Top Shot is onto something here, especially when they release Hardcourt. So let's go here to Aavegotchi. Throw them the follow. I can't believe I wasn't following them. But Aavegotchi is this DeFi stake crypto collectibles platform. You can go to the website. I thought I had it pulled up already. Aavegotchi. So here's the website here where you can go in and check out all the different stuff they do. They're all over the place with NFTs. They have an NFT item for Axie Infinity. They do stuff with different, with the Don't Buy meme, the NFT artwork and stuff like that. They have their own NFTs, which are these little guys, these little collectibles. Not exactly crypto kitties, but almost the same concept there. So make sure to give them a follow on Twitter at Aavegotchi, and make sure to hop into their Discord as well. They do tons and tons of stuff. They have tons of giveaways. Their chat is super. I mean, this is all from today. Like, all this chat is all from today. So it's a super active community, which is the one thing I look for in NFT projects before making any type of investment or getting involved, is how active the Discord is and how active their Twitter account is within reason, right? Some people pay for bot retweets and follows, but within reason, right? You want to make sure that stuff is active, that there's a community present. Aave also has a coin, and we will check that out, a coin that has been super bullish. So right now the max, now it only takes us into October, but that's only for CoinGecko. Aave, for this entire year, back in July, it was like 17 cents for a coin. 17 cents, I'm not kidding, it was 17 cents for one Aave, and now it's $111 basically. Let's check it versus ETH. So it's losing some of its value against ETH, but I mean, they're going to be so successful, guys. Like, Aave is going to rip. It honestly is. I'll show you my little portfolio of coins that I track here. They're all, most of them are ERC20s and NFT related. We have Aave and Uniswap. I got Dogecoin going. We got Yearn, a lot of this stuff going on here, Decentraland stuff. So hopefully we can add flow to this here soon. Is flow on CoinGecko yet? There we go. Add flow in there. So coming soon. We'll check that out. We'll throw a favorite on there. So yeah, let's wrap that up with Aave here. Just make sure to throw them a follow on Twitter and join in their Discord, because they're doing a lot of stuff. They're super active, and there's lots of different ways that you guys can win some prizes and also collect some really cool NFTs. So bringing it back to Top Shot, what do you guys want to hear? I mean, we got some of the gems going on. We got the ways that some of these users are going after the market right now. We got grind, buy, sell. Off-market sales are perfectly fine when you use a mod or trusted OG member as a middleman. Yes, that's correct. Off-market sales are perfectly fine. Like he said, make sure that you go through a mod or some sort of a trusted community member. And it's always okay to post in the Discord that you are that you're doing business with this person and can they be trusted. And what's been happening in the Discord a lot is we've seen people impersonating different accounts. So even though you're getting a direct message from, let's say, myself, and it says Anorak, there's been times where community members have been they've been impersonated, and it's happening on lots of different Discord channels as well. There was who was it? I think it was here we go, devil.eth was recently scammed out of 10 ETH by someone that was impersonating Pranksy. So just be careful. Be careful when you're doing off-market deals. The way that you can ensure that you are getting a good deal or a fair deal is to come in here. There's this side channel here called referees. Also, you can probably trust the onboarding captains like myself and Library and these guys here. But contact one of these referees. Just DM them, Let them know you're doing business with someone off market and ask if they can be the middleman. These referees are all trusted people in the community. They're all known NFT users, so make sure to use their services. This is what they're here for as a referee, right? Make sure that nobody commits any fouls. So go through them if you're going to do an off-market deal, especially if you're new to the community, but even just so with the impersonations that have been going on, because that's some pretty sketchy stuff. You don't want to lose ETH when you know, ETH is going off. Hey, Spark, thanks for joining, Spark55. I'm new to NFTs, but saw your webinar on crypto mindset. Yeah, Charlie is, I hope I can call Charlie a buddy of mine at this point. I've been following Charlie's stuff since pretty far back when there was like, you know, 12 people in the live chat chopping it up. So Charlie is someone that I really expect, and I really do admire his work. Make sure that if you are in the crypto space, to give him a watch, give him a you know, just a drive-by viewing, check out what he's all about at Cultivate Crypto on YouTube. The guy, I mean, we just talked about Aave, and Charlie was telling us to buy Aave when it was 17 cents. So he's telling us to buy Aave, he was telling us to buy Sell. Charlie knows his stuff. I've made a lot of money listening to Charlie's different advices. So, all right, what are we at here? We're at about 40 minutes. All right, if nobody has questions, I think I'm going to cut the stream. Hopefully I gave you guys a good enough overview on just how the marketplace functions. You know, just keep in mind, CC doesn't mean that this is all that will ever be created. It also doesn't mean that all 307 or 3,741 moments are currently on the marketplace or even have been released in packs. You know, CC versus LE. We got LE here. That's all that will ever be created. And then make sure to check out the sales history here before buying, right? You want to know what the value of this moment is before buying. And also the real gem of this video, Intangible. You can go through and check out all the different stuff. There's also ways where you can check and see how many packs have been opened versus purchased for some of these sets. I'm trying to click here, but I mean, you should be using Intangible. If you're doing a lot of different trades and buying and selling and stuff on the marketplace, you should be using Intangible. You should be checking this out as much as possible. I always look at my account value on like multiple times per day just to see kind of where the marketplace is moving as a whole. This is taking forever to load. So going back to CryptoSlam, you know, obviously Top Shot has been doing crazy volume. Will it improve? Will we see it kind of downtrend? I think that as the NBA season progresses and as cryptocurrency prices rise and, you know, people who are holding different cryptos are looking for places to spend their money, couple that with the NBA playoffs starting, and I don't know, obviously it's usually May and April, but it's a different season. I don't remember off the top of my head when they start, but Bitcoin's going to be around $50,000, $60,000 when NBA playoffs start, and ETH is probably going to be around $3,000 to $4,000 when the NBA playoffs start. So you take that action in the NBA with playoffs and all these cool moments and highlights happening, couple that with cryptocurrency prices rising, there's going to be a huge run on these on the Top Shot and stuff, and just NFTs as a whole. Keep in mind though, Top Shot has said repeatedly that they will be releasing 2 packs per week, 2 pack drops per week. So when you're buying some of these moments, keep in mind that there's going to be plenty more moments that come out of these players. So if you only want, let's say, a Giannis, but right now Giannis is a little bit out of your budget, just keep in mind that there might be more Giannis's in the future, especially this year. We'll probably see like 5 different base moments at a minimum. You know, let's say 3 to 5 minimum, 3 to 5 base moments per player per season. So there's going to be a lot of chances for you to get the players you want. But if you're looking at it from more of an investment standpoint, I would say first go off how many moments there are total of a particular play, of a particular player. Then look at the mint numbers and see, you know, can I get one that's double digits as opposed to in the thousands for a good price? And then obviously just, you know, buy something that you're okay holding, because We've seen the market take off. There's lots of transactions, but as more and more moments get created, it might be more difficult to sell the moment that you're trying to sell at that time. So, for example, Eastern Conference Finals moments right now, like they're one of the least bought moments, right? Is Eastern Conference Finals. So if you're going to buy one of those right now, just do so knowing that you might not be able to flip it instantly for profit. You might have to sit on it and hold it for a little bit and wait for maybe the next series of Eastern Conference Finals stuff to come out, or just have it in your collection as something you can look at and be happy that you own it, because that's what all of this is about. It's fun to make this money. It's fun to flip stuff and see the prices of everything go up, but ultimately this is a platform for collectors, and it'll be treated as such by Dapper. So make sure that when you are buying, if you're buying with the intention to flip, you're going after big name players within your budget, and that you are going after the individual moments that have maybe the lowest supply, or where you can get some awesome value from low mint numbers. So it's tough to operate with that in mind. Crypto belts, top undervalued base picks. Honestly, I'm super biased on this, but I own a lot of these Steph Curry moments, but I think Steph Curry's first ever three-point base at $23 is, I think that's just extremely disrespectful to Steph Curry himself. I mean, it's his first ever three-point base moment in Top Shot. Granted, there's 3,000 of these cards circulating, but $23 for Steph Curry. Let's look. I mean, Steph Curry season. So the Series 2 three-pointer is $12, and there's more of a supply, but there's less of a supply on the market right now. But Steph Curry's first ever three, it's ridiculous that it's under $30. Especially, keep in mind too, when you're buying these moments, the other one I think is super undervalued is RJ Barrett for this reason. But when you're buying these moments, like Steph Curry, for example, keep in mind that you want to buy moments from players who have like the biggest fan bases. So RJ Barrett, his rookie card here. This is an RJ Barrett. It's not a rookie card, but it's his rookie card. It's a card from his rookie season. So I like to buy players that have like big fan bases behind them. Steph Curry is one. The other thing about Steph Curry is he plays in San Francisco. He's playing in just outside Silicon Valley, or in Silicon Valley, during a time where we're in the middle of a tech innovation, a tech bubble, a crypto bull run, and all this stuff. There's so much money in San Francisco. The people who are fans of the Warriors are going to have so much money because they're all crypto and tech people right now. So keep that in mind when you're collecting this stuff. This is why I like RJ Barrett. I don't know, how's RJ Barrett's stats been? How has he been playing? 33, 9 points, 44. I mean, he's getting 30 and 40 minutes a game. Like, his stats might not be crazy, but the dude's getting playing time. This is 2019 to 20. Regular season, 20. So he's played in 8 games. He's averaging 17 points. $8. $8 for $9 for someone who is this will be a rookie card. And Dapper has said, the other thing about this is that these guys in their rookie season, Dapper has said that they're going to put some sort of designation here that signifies it's a rookie, or it's a moment from his rookie season. So it won't necessarily say rookie like this one here, but there's going to be something on the moment that designates that it's from his rookie season. So $9 for a rookie player that's getting, what was it, 38 minutes a game? 38 minutes a game? And scoring, what's he doing? Shooting 38%, he's 21%. Where are we at here? So he's averaging just over 17 points and just under 40 minutes a game, and he's playing in the basketball mecca, right? He's playing for an organization that has one of the biggest fan bases. It's just 2,800 moments is a lot, but it's not a lot if we have 10,000 active users, which right now we're only at about 300. But I fully expect that come NBA playoff time, I honestly think that 2,500 active users is very doable for 2021. And if we have 2,500 active users in here, excuse me, and there's just under 3,000 of these moments, there's not enough to go around. There's not enough to go around. I mean, it just, RJ Barrett is one that I think is super undervalued. I think Steph Curry is super undervalued. I even think that this Ja Morant one, I even think that this one is a bit undervalued. Now keep in mind that it's not an LE. We have a CC here, but this is going to be from Ja's rookie season. Here's the other one of Ja, $149 for 1,000 of them. So we have more than double the supply, but the price itself is like 5 times lower. So that doesn't make sense in terms of supply and demand dynamics, right? What's going to happen is once this moment gets turned to LE, once this moment is retired and it switches from CC to LE, this moment's going to go off. People are going to flock to it. I think a Ja Morant moment that's going to have a rookie designation below $25, I think, is undervalued. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. 1,000. I bet if we click here, there's going to be tons of people that have just bought it. I mean, NBL, yeah, you're just buying them all up, all right? Why wouldn't you? It's a Ja Morant rookie card with only 1,000. So, I mean, you get 10 of these moments right here, and you hold 1%. You know, that's what I'm doing with the Steph Curry stuff. Steph Curry, when I started buying them, the Steph Curry out of 1,000 base was like $28 and $35. I mean, it didn't make sense. So I bought up 25 of them, and I hold, 2.5 of the supply. And the other thing, oh man, real quick, there's so much stuff to cover for the new starters. Here's the other thing about these out of 1,000 moments, and we can go to the Top Shot. Is it NBA Top Shot? Here we go. So here's the thing you have to keep in mind about some of these moments that are LE. I mean, this is so deceiving. It's very frustrating that the Top Shot team does this and doesn't designate anything in a way that is clear and concise. So this moment says out of 1,000, the Steph Curry moment. But let's go to the active listings. Now, there's no listing past 500 SN. It goes up to 433. So it goes from 1 to 433. Now, that's not because all 500 are just, by happenstance are off the marketplace. That's not why. It's because Dapper hasn't released the remaining 500 of these moments. And I believe this is the same for the LeBron base moment in the purple jerseys where he's dunking. I think it might be the same for some of the James Harden moments. So let's look here. I mean, it's super frustrating that this is the case, and it's very, very deceiving to people who are newcomers. So look at all these Steph Curry moments. These are all held by the Dapper account, by the Top Shot team account. These moments have not been released into the marketplace yet. So it's the same thing that we were looking at with those CC moments where they're minted. It says minted, but not in pack. They're withholding them until a later date. And these moments are also being withheld. There's lots of theories as to what's going to happen. There's been some form of like a Dutch auction that they've introduced that was apparently always the plan, but never talked about until a community member brought it up. So, I mean, look at all these. I'm still scrolling. There's hundreds of these moments that are being held by Dapper. And they're not on the marketplace yet. And we're in Series 2. And we are 9 months through the beta. And there's nothing on this moment that says, 500 moments withheld by Dapper, or, edition size, a circulating count, 500 instead of 1,000. It just says that there's 1,000. And it would be reasonable to assume that all 1,000 are on the marketplace and they're all circulating. But when you look at this and there's nothing past 500, especially for the moments that are out of 1,000, the first ones that were created, just, that's not by happenstance. That's just, there's none past 500 that are on the market. Same here, 429. So this price right now is $899. But there's still more than half the supply to be released. So what's going to happen? Personally, I think that these moments are going to drop in value. I think that once you release more than 50% of the supply onto the marketplace, hopefully not all at once, as someone who holds these moments, but if I was Dapper, I wouldn't really be hesitant to just release them all on the marketplace at once. But just keep that in mind when you're buying this stuff, because I'm someone who I don't own any of these LeBron moments. Since they were $100, I thought they were overpriced because there was more than 50% of the supply to be released. And we always thought that they were going to be released via packs like everything else, and then this whole system came out where this Dutch auction and trade these bases for this base, and 20 of these moments equal 15 credits, and there's tickets, and it doesn't make any sense. It honestly doesn't make any sense. I don't understand the reason to do it, especially when I don't want to get too deep into it, but it seems like there's just going to be this revolving door of base moments coming in and out of the Top Shot team's account without anything being burned. And as a collector and someone who appreciates transparency, I really don't appreciate that. That is probably my biggest gripe outside of the withdrawal scenario with Dapper. Also, there is a KYC requirement to withdraw your funds. You're going to have to dox yourself. That was not made aware to me before I put all this stuff in. So I was forced to dox myself and give KYC information, which I avoid at every turn in the crypto and NFT market. I was forced to do that by Dapper without anything upfront mentioning that. Now, would I have not invested if I knew that was the case? That's tough to say in hindsight, because I love this project. Maybe I would have, but it would have been something that I would have appreciated to know on the front end as well with as the withdraw stuff. So keep in mind that you're going to have to KYC yourself if you want to withdraw, and also that you can't withdraw instantly if you want, and withdrawals typically take like a week or so to process, so you're not going to get your money instantly if you're trying to buy a dip on ETH or Bitcoin or anything else. If you need it for rent or car payments, anything like that, you're not going to be able to have access to your money instantly. You're also going to have to KYC yourself. So that's the stuff that I'm not even upset about. I mean, it sounds like I'm upset. It's frustrating, but it's stuff that I can work with based off the liquidity and the action in this marketplace. There's no project doing more volume than Top Shot right now. You pay no fees. If you list a market on the marketplace, it's going to get bought. You might not get the money that you think you deserve off it, but if you're in a pinch and you need money quick, Top Shot moments right now are as good as any crypto. They're almost as liquid as any crypto out there. It's crazy. There's 4,000 transactions in 24 hours. That's nuts. Insane. But all right, everyone. So I think that's going to be it. Thank you to everyone who came out and watched and stuck around, and especially to those people who liked the video. Make sure that if you are investing in Top Shot and you're coming out and you're watching these videos that are about NBA Top Shot and NFTs, make sure you hit the like, make sure you subscribe to get YouTube's algorithm to pump this stuff up to the top of the watch list, so maybe it gets recommended to other NBA fans. So when you type in NBA trading cards, maybe stuff about Top Shot comes up. So make sure that we're smashing the like and hitting subscribe to pump this stuff to the top of YouTube's algorithm. So to recap, use Intangible. Make sure you are checking out the edition size on different things, marketplace listings and sales, and also keep track of the challenges. Make sure that you are not overbuying on one of these challenge moments when you might be able to get it for cheaper after the challenge is over. It's something that I've been looking heavily at and considering myself, but just make sure that you're getting the best bang for your buck, the best, what should we call it? I'm trying to come up with a catchy phrase for Dapper. I can't do it off the top of my head. I need another cup of coffee. We'll come back with something next time. So everyone, thanks for coming out. Make sure to check out all that stuff that we were just talking about, especially Intangible. And everyone have fun out there. Make sure you join the Top Shot Discord. I guess everyone probably has joined based off where I posted this. So with that being said, everyone out there, until next time, stay nifty in the NFT space. Cheers, everyone.